It is cool to work with two swords, as we often see in popular culture. Assassin's Creed, and, Ninja Turtles. In many popular media, you see people, heroes, villains, with two blades. Look really cool. But surprisingly enough, or maybe not so surprisingly, in the entire Chinese history, there has never been a single notable warrior that could work with two swords. And even among sword enthusiasts, most sword teachers and instructors and people who train with swords will tell you that the two sword style, for the most part, is just for show. It's not all that practical. The reason being, when you're working with two weapons, and now let's assume you're fighting one opponent, it doesn't really make sense because you're reducing your power, your ability to deliver power in favor of having that extra blade. And that extra blade is going to distract you, making it a lot harder to fight a skilled opponent. Now, some people will say, okay, how about when you have to cut down multiple opponents? You see a lot of warriors that go through ranks of opponents. They just move like they're spinning and chopping and two blades all over the place. Again, it's fine on movies and on opponents that were just there to be cannon fodder in the first place. In real life, when you're so busy swinging two blades all over the place, all it takes is someone who's got a little bit of skill to get out of the way and you overswing one blade, your other blade is busy elsewhere, you're wide open. Right? Even worse, if you're so busy swinging this around. Now, I'm going to do this slow so maybe you guys can watch what would happen if I lose track of things. Do that again. What happened? I just lost my right arm. Yeah? I just chopped off my right arm with my own blade because I forgot this was there. I didn't coordinate the two very well. Right? So there's a lot going on when you have to work with two blades. It's more hassle than it's worth. Also, when you work with two blades, each blade is not delivering all that much power as comparing to if I have to use two hands and one blade. Every strike delivers way more power that way. In the old Chinese sword manual, it said when it's single blade, you use your wrist. When it's double blade, you use your elbow. Again, let me illustrate this. When it's a single blade, I do a lot of quick thrust, cut, light slashes. It's all in the wrist. The twist of the wrist, the whipping of the wrist. Obviously, with two blades, if I want to do this, it get awkward. Yeah, my blade hit each other when I try to do this quick uh, maneuver with my wrist. So when it comes to two blades, you have to deliver from the elbow. Now, if you watch my form with two blades, very big motion, all in the flare of the elbow. Where my elbow goes is where my blade is going to go. And with that, we are back with today's diary entry, March 28, 2020. Second week of the coronavirus quarantine. And I'm looking like Darth Vader here, feeling a bit ridiculous. Anyway, This is off my head. That hood was getting rather hot. Nothing like working with swords to really work up a good sweat, actually. That's why I really like it. Even though I'm not really all that good, but it's fun, it's geeky, and it's really good exercise. Now, today, before we go into the tutorials and Mandarins and stuff like that, I want to take this chance to debunk one of the rumors I hear that people are talking that the Chinese people, that the Chinese government uh, did this whole coronavirus thing as an attack on the United States. I am just a lowly Taiwanese Canadian martial arts instructor, but I'm here to tell you that's pure BS. And you will see why if you would just sit down and think about it. I'm going to present you a few points and you can consider them and see if I know what I'm talking about, right? Point number one, from a tactical standpoint, this was not executed like something planned. If I were going to use chemical warfare or germ warfare on somebody, uh, it doesn't make sense for me to mess up my own people first, and then slowly mess up my neighbors, and then mess up Europe all the way over there, and then finally get to my target, US or Canada, North America. As far as deliverance go, this was very clumsy if this was meant to be a planned kind of attack. It doesn't make sense. If I wanted to do a chemical or germ warfare attack, if I say, hey, I have this cool deadly virus I want to give to the United States, I would wait until it is high tourist season, and I would send a lot of my own people infected with viruses over on several flights. And those people would go and join football games, watch football games, go to Disneyland, and uh, mingle with the crowd. And before you know it, the United States would be crawling with the virus, while the other countries would not even know what has taken place. I wouldn't have to mess up my own cities and my own population and my own economy first to do this. So, from a tactical point of view, it doesn't make any sense. Second, economy. From an economical point of view, this does not make sense because Chinese people, honestly, we are all about money. Chinese people, we love money. Our success is based on money. Our idea of a successful person is based on how much income, how much wealth he or she can generate. Our whole culture is built on the pursuit of wealth and money. So doing something that's going to massively impact the economy of the whole world so no one can do business, including ourselves, doesn't make any sense. Thirdly, it doesn't make sense from a cultural point of view. Chinese people, from a cultural point of view, never, never go out of our way to invade or attack other races. Now you may say, well, how about Mongolia? How about Tibet? How about Hong Kong? In those cases, we consider them to be our land, our people. And quick note, I'm actually Taiwanese. I'm not even Chinese. So I'm trying to play devil's advocate here, actually. Um, so from a cultural point of view, it has never been a thing for Chinese people. If Chinese people want to rule the world or dominate another race, we do it through finance. We do it through diplomacy. We do it through uh, uh, making them owe us money. we threaten to call in debt and stuff like that. So that how Chinese people culturally go and try to dominate others. We don't do the chemical warfare, germ warfare, outright war. That's just not really the Chinese way. Too messy and too bad for economy. Period. Number four and last one of my reasoning is there's someone we hate as a Chinese person, as a Taiwanese person, as you know, there's someone we hate way more than the U.S., which is Japan. I can't really say for sure, but I can tell you, I can hazard a guess that if given a chance, 70% of Chinese people wouldn't cry a tear if Japan was to get wiped off the face of the earth because of what Japanese military did to China and Chinese people during the Second World War. So if we really had the technology to deliver such a deadly virus and to another country, Japan would be our prime target. It wouldn't be US, it wouldn't be Canada, it wouldn't be the UK. It would be Japan and maybe then Taiwan. So it is because of these points that I think the idea that Chinese people did this to mess with the US is complete nonsense, balderdash, garbage. Now, with that said, let's get into something lighter. Let's get into today's Mandarin lesson. Today I want to teach you how to count from 1 to 10. 1, E, Y, E, E. 2, 2, E, R. 3, 3, S-U-N. 4, that's number 4, is 4. Now, you will find that a little bit hard to pronounce, so think of S-H-I or S-I, but the sound is 4. Number 5, 5, W-U. Number 6, Liu, L-I-U. Number 7, Qi, C-H-E. Number 8, Ba, B-A. Number 9, Jiu, J-I-U. Number 10, Shi, S-H-E. So it's almost like Xu, but it's Shi. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, from 1 to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And with that, thank you again for checking out my diary for today and hear me ramble on endlessly. I will see you guys again very soon.